so nervous.
Yeah.
Asking to have
On the other hand, I don't know if I can sit there for
There's
that long.
plenty of seats.
All right, 9:30. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, July 5th. This hearing of the local Alcoholic Beverage Board of Marion County is now in session. My name is Tyler Graves, and I serve as the president of the board. At this meeting, we will function as 4 boards. We will hear cases for Speedway, Beech Grove, Lawrence, and the rest of Marion County, Indianapolis. To my left, appointed by the Indianapolis City County Council, is Miss Barbara Howard. To my right, representing the City of Indianapolis, is Mr. Peter Luster, and serving as secretary of this board is Excise Officer Amy Sonier. This meeting is being broadcast live on Channel 16 and will be rebroadcast several times in the coming weeks. You are on television, and the board requests that you act accordingly. At this time, please silence your cell phones so do not interrupt the hearing. If you find it necessary to take a call or to have a conversation with someone here with you, please be respectful of others and step out into the hallway. Here is the order in which we will conduct business this morning. We will first ask individuals who have come to remonstrate to give us your name and the name and address of the business you are here to remonstrate against. We will then hear cases on today's docket pertaining to the town of Speedway, City of Beech Grove, and City of Lawrence. Next, we will call all applicants for new or transfer applications on today's docket. We will then call renewals on today's docket, which have violations or remonstrators. After we finish today's published docket, we will consider the cases that have been continued from a previous hearing. All of those coming before the board today, whether you're an applicant, representing the applicant, or are here to remonstrate, will testify under oath. Officer Sonier will now administer the oath.
Please raise your right hands. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any answers you might give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Thank you. If an applicant should have remonstrators, it has been the practice of this board to accept one request for continuance from both the applicant and the remonstrator. Should the board deem it appropriate, additional continuances may be granted. Are there any remonstrators in the hearing room? Yeah, please stand and come to the microphone, hang from the ceiling, and then give us your name and the name and address of the business you're here to remonstrate against.
My name is James Kane. I'm with 38th and Franklin Road Neighborhood Association, and I'm remonstrating against Andre's Bar and Grill. I believe the address is 8031 East 38th Street.
Thank you. You can have.
Yep.
Yeah, we're here to remonstrate against the Yolof Buka on West Washington Street.
They've requested a continuance, so they will not be heard this morning. They'll be continued to the August 1st meeting.
August 1st?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Okay.
9:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other remonstrators?
Detective Tiffany Maston with IMPD. We're here to remonstrate against Andre's Bar, 8083 East 38th Street.
Thank you. Any other remonstrators in the room? Seeing none. Applicants appearing in Marion County are required to have 4 items before the board can hear your case. If you do not have these 4 items, we cannot and will not hear your case today. The first, the affidavit of compliance of posting the permit advertising sign from the ATC for at least 10 days prior to the meeting hearing. The second, the affidavit of compliance or notice sent to the property owners and neighborhood organizations that you sent written notice to about today's hearing. The third, the zoning affidavit obtained from the Department of Metropolitan Development. And the fourth, the Marion County Tax Clearance Form from the Indiana Department of Revenue. If you do not have all of these items, please let us know when you come forward.
In addition to that, if you're a new or a transfer application, you're required to have an inspection. You will need to contact me to schedule the final inspection. I will not contact you, and your permit will not be made active until you have an approved inspection. In addition, if you are not ready for the inspection prior to the Commission's hearing on July 19th, you will need to submit an escrow form. I can give that form to you, and you can submit it back to me.
Okay, we're going to start with City of Lawrence. We have a new permit calling DL 4932886, Central Indiana Package Group LLC, location pending. Central Indiana Package Group.
All right, I'll show them continued.
Calling RR 4938683, Y&K Studio LLC, doing business as Marrow Studio at 8015 Pendleton Pike. Yeah, good morning. Please come forward. And then you'll hand your paperwork to the officer.
No,
Oh, you can come around this
way.
way, it's fine.
Okay, so, well, I need the rest of your paperwork. So this is the zoning, but then I also need the tax clearance form. Okay, let's see what you have. And I gave everything back to you last month. Do you have a list of all the neighbors that you sent to?
Yeah, I faxed them over here and everything. And then whatever they send it from, I put them. Okay. That's everything.
That's everything?
This is Lawrence.
Now, you two just have a quick seat, and we'll run through some questions with you. So, we're transferring the license into their name?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just translate for him.
Translating? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
This is first time, yeah.
Yes?
처음으로 하는 거지? 자기 이름으로.
Okay. Ms. Howard is going to ask some questions that we ask every first-time petitioner. Just answer loud enough that we can pick it up on the microphone.
Okay.
Before we get started, could you state your name, please?
네, 이름.
세동 킴.
Could you say it one more time?
세동 킴.
크게.
Kim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Kim.
이렇게 마스크 하고. 내리고.
Okay.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
He tried first. He unable to do it, so I'm the one helping him.
Okay, but I must ask him the question, you can tell him.
그 애플리케이션 폼 할 때 혼자 했는지 누가 도와줬는지.
네, 도와줬습니다.
He said he got help.
You got help?
Yeah.
And that help was from you?
Yeah.
And ma'am, what is your name?
은주 Campbell.
Okay, thank you.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
I beg your pardon?
I'm asking, did he have a chance to review the application after it was repaired?
그거 다-
Prepared.
애플리케이션 낼 때 다 준비 한번 다 리뷰를 했냐고.
Yes.
Okay. Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
all application에 쓴 것이 전부 사실인지
Yes.
크게.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
anything 저기 뭐 다른 것도 이렇게 첨가할 게 있냐고.
No. No.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the business?
지금
Yes.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and any church or school?
철치하고 200 그러니까 250피트 차이가 있냐고. Any
더
church?
먼데.
어?
더 먼다고. 안
Fa-
보인다.
farther than that. Yeah.
More than 2.
More than
Okay. Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
또 워닝 없이 언제 누가 와서 검사를 해도 괜찮냐고.
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
또 음식 이렇게 저기 누가 오더하면 캐리아웃 이렇게 저기 하냐고. 저기 전달하냐고.
Are you applying for limited separation?
Do you have a bar area, 21 and over only?
그 저기에 only 그바 에어라에 21살 이상만 올 수 있는 그 공간이 있냐고. 그건 아무나 올 수 있나? 20 나이 제한이 없어요?
네, 노래하는 거니까 상관이 없죠.
Ma'am, is this a restaurant?
No, the karaoke.
Oh, karaoke?
Yeah.
캐리아웃.
Okay. So do you have a location inside of your establishment that is only for people 21 years and older?
그러니까 지금 그 에어리아에 그러면 20 나이
아래도
제한.
들어와요.
아니
family all together, the kids, the sing, yeah. you can
So
come together.
저분이 묻는 건 한쪽만 21살 이상만 갈 수 있는 그 공간이 따로 구분돼 있는지.
아, 그건 아니.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
That's the list of questions. So, do you have a policy on checking IDs?
그 규칙이 가게 규칙이 아이들을 체킹하는 그런 규칙이 있는지.
Yes.
Yes. And what does the policy state?
그 규칙이 그러니까 가게마다 다 규칙이 있거든요. 거기에 뭐라고 말했는지 어떤 규칙.
21살 이상한테는 술을 팔지 않는다.
21 below younger than 21 years they are not selling alcohols.
Okay. So you'll check the ID?
Yeah.
Yep. And where does the transaction take place? Is there a, does someone bring you a drink to the table? Does the patron have to get up and go order the drink? Where does the transaction take place?
그러니까 이제 손님이 오면 앉아 있으면 누가 오더 받으러 오는지 그 사람들이 오더를 하고 앉아야 되는지. 그건.
우리가 갖다 주지 메뉴판을.
They bring the menu to the table and
룸에
they
들어가죠.
order.
So you'll order at the table.
Yeah, order at
Okay.
the table.
And what would happen if one of your employees did serve a minor?
인플로이 중에 그 21살이 안 되는 사람한테 술을 팔 때는 what happened? 어떻게 할 건지.
안 되죠.
He's not allowed to.
Yes, right. But if they did, what would happen? Would someone be
혹시-
fired? Would they be
혹시
reprimanded?
그러지 않을 때는 파이어 시키는지 경고를 하는지 한번 경고를 한다고 그랬어요. 그래서
뭐라고 그래요?
첫 번째는 경고. Okay.
그렇게 얘기해 주세요.
Yeah. The first time he gonna be warning.
Okay,
If necessary, he gonna fire.
wonderful. Okay, any further questions from the board? Hearing,
How many employees are you going to have?
No, one person.
Just
Like that.
yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slow,
This
very
is small.
slow.
There's
Oh.
not many clients.
Okay, all right.
okay.
No, I don't have.
Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. And
Ma'am. Contact me and we'll schedule the.
Calling
Contact you.
RR 4919596 Blazing Wings Incorporated, doing business as Buffalo Wild Wings Grill and Bar, number 339, located at 10625 Pendleton Pike.
This is a renewal without violation.
Oh, therefore, make a motion to approve. Do you have a second?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, we have nothing for Beech Grove today. Moving on to Speedway. Calling RR 4938757 Stadium Barbecue Sports Pub and Grill at 5836 Crawfordsville Road. Yeah, please come forward.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, members of the board.
Good morning.
Did this come unplugged or are we good?
I think it just did. Can you see the
Let's see
light?
what we got here. I do not see a light.
On the bottom of that cord, there's a little...
There, that
That
one.
one. Now, where it came from, I don't...
I think it was just,
Right there.
No, there's no,
no, I think it was just laying up on the
Okay.
table.
we'll let it go.
We have the microphones hanging from the ceiling.
So good morning, Alex Innermill, Bose McKinney Evans, attorney for Stadium One Barbecue. And I have with me Sean Leroy. She's the owner, manager, do all. To hit some of your questions, Ms. Howard, this is their first permit in Indiana, so
Can we allow Ms. Howard to run
let's
through?
run
All
through
right.
those.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
No, someone prepared it for me, my attorney.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the business?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter at any time without a warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No, ma'am, not at this time.
Okay. Are you applying for limited separation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's it for the questions.
All right. To jump in, this is a new, as the name would suggest, barbecue pub and sports grill over in Speedway on Crawfordsville Road. Hours are going to be Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Hoping to get opened mid-August, August 19th, depending on construction schedules. Those are always kind of in flux, so Officer Sunier will let you know when we're ready for a walkthrough. About 8 employees. Everybody will receive computer training, in-house and state training as well, of course, for the employee permits. We will have written policies. We're working on those as well. So before they open, they'll have those on paper. Every employee will sign them and will understand that everyone gets carded. And if there is a violation, it'll be case-by-case basis. If it's an opportunity, if it's not just blatant and it's an opportunity to have a teaching moment, then she can do that. Or if it's blatant, maybe terminated. But all employees will understand that before moving forward. There will be table service for alcohol, of course, and they've got security cameras throughout. Still working on the menu and developing the final menu, but again, barbecue, pub kind of fare. With that, we'll take any questions that you may have. And
What's your capacity?
100 people.
And how many employees will you have?
8 right now.
8? Okay. Any further questions from the board?
Just about covered everything.
That's right. Let them do it.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, moving on to the...
You dropped some, that I think you dropped.
That might have just been sitting up there.
No, that was sitting up there also.
The
Okay.
warning sign. Right over here. It's causing all kinds of problems.
Those of you that are standing, there's plenty of seats here for you to have a seat if you like.
Thank you. All right,
They
Mr. Luster,
understand.
it's yours.
Okay. Calling RR 493-8652, Nicholas I. McDonald.
They requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8665, The Greek Islands, Inc., doing business as The Greek Islands Restaurant, 906 South Meridian.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing well. Thought might have a George sighting this morning.
You thought, huh? He's everywhere.
Rick?
Morning, Greg Genrick with Bradford and Riley. With me is Angela Sturgeopoulos, who's the owner of Greek Isles. They've been a fixture since the late 80s with a beer wine license. Had one violation in 30-plus years.
35?
Yeah.
That's great. Just adding a three-way?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing's going to change business operation.
No.
They'll submit a letter for the inspection.
Yes, we report on there, yes.
And ma'am, if you could, your policy on checking IDs?
But under 40, I mean, we try, you know, who knows who's 40 and who's,
Sure.
you know, younger.
But you've had a license for over 30 years. You have one violation, and you're just going to move from a two-way to a three-way?
Yes.
Perfect. Any questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Keep it up.
Thank you, guys.
Calling RR 493-8727, Daredevil Brewing Company, LLC, doing business as Daredevil Hall. 2721 East 86th Street, Suite 1. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Hello again. Alex Ittermill, for the record. Offices at 111 Monument Circle, Suite 2700. This is another one just like the previous permit where we've already got alcohol at the location. This is Luke Duncan. He's the general manager of both Daredevil locations, up on 86th Street and then the original down in Speedway, right? Correct. Nothing's going to change as far as floor plan, hours, training. They have written policies. They card you if you look under 40. Zero tolerance for violations. If somebody serves minor, they're gone. One strike and they're out. Obviously, this is not their first permit in Indiana. They've had the brewer's permits, and they, like I said, have the two-way permit at the location now. Pretty limited hours. Luke was telling me that they're usually closed by 10 o'clock most nights. I mean, they could stay open later, but that's just not really the business. But with that, field any questions that you may have.
We're just getting a three-way? Is that-
Yeah, getting a three-way. Got it at the auction like most of the folks here today, and you know, just offering that full beer, wine, and spirits now to customers.
Wonderful. Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Submit a letter. Floor plan letter. Instead of
Calling
the final
R-
inspection, you submit some-
Calling RR 493-8728, Paradox Enterprises LLC, doing business as Paradox Lounge, 1354 South Shelby, Suite A.
They've requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8731, Kurt Vonnegut Memorial Library, Inc., doing business as Kurt Vonnegut Museum and Library, 543 Indiana Avenue.
That Alex also.
Good morning.
You might as well stay up here.
So, good morning. We have Julia Whitehead here with us from Kurt Vonnegut Museum Library, Memorial Library. I always say that wrong. Just like the last one, this is one where we have a two-way already. Auction permit, adding the spirits component, so nothing is changing from the previous permit that we were actually here 6 months or so ago, maybe.
Yes.
Was that your first license?
That
6
was the
months ago?
first one, so we went through all of those. No issues since then, and had the opportunity to, again, offer beer, wine, and spirits. Policy is all written in policies for the employees. It is a case-by-case basis if there's a violation. So again, if it's egregious, they're gone. But if it's an opportunity to have a teaching moment and retrain, they'll avail themselves of that as well. No floor plan changes, so Officer Sunyobe can submit that letter as well. But with that, happy to
Two-way
field any
to three-way,
questions.
no changes?
Two-way to three-way, no
violations?
The hours would be the same, they won't be extended or?
Correct.
Was it? Okay.
Just going to a three-way.
The new permits were, there was an auction, so you have a lot of first-time permits, but 2 going to a 3, no changes.
And what are the hours? I'm just curious.
Sunday, 10 to 5.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 7, and the same for
Oh, so
Saturday.
early. Okay, thank you.
Do we have a
Oh,
motion?
I should mention, we do have special events, from time to time, so they
Okay.
would be extending it.
Sure.
Did you call for a motion?
I'll take one.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, and I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8733 Taqueria Rosales Court, doing business as Taqueria Rosales, 7035 East 96th Street, Sweeto.
Morning, Greg Genrick with Bradford and Riley. With me is George Senderos. He's a manager for Taqueria Rosales. They were here in April to apply for a beer wine license. The owner was there at this time, couldn't make it today. They went to auction and bought a 3-way license, so it's their second license, I guess, in 3 months.
Okay. Same stuff. I mean,
Yes.
No floor plan, no policies. Do they have a written policy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No violations?
No, thankfully, no.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
So he's authorized to be here with you?
Yeah, he's the manager,
Okay.
yes.
And then he's the attorney, so.
Got it.
Yeah. There's an MQ on file for him, so yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you'll have to make it harder than it is, I guess.
All right.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Great, thank you.
Good luck,
Thank
sir.
you.
Calling RR 4938734 Margarita Factory Mexican Cuisine LLC.
They've requested a continuance.
Margarita Factory.
Calling RR 493387444 First Watch Indianapolis Inc. Doing business as First Watch Store number 106, 3309 East 86th Street.
Thank you. They actually have 2, but so he'll
So we'll
stay
just
for the
do-
next one, but we'll hear them separately.
Yeah. You go ahead and hand that in, yeah. We'll call them separately,
Thank
but.
you.
First Watch.
Okay.
Sir, if we could start with your name and relationship to the business?
My name is Mike Heffernan. I'm the Director of Operations for the Indianapolis market.
And would this be your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Howard has some questions for you.
Okay.
Excuse me. Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
I prepared it myself.
Okay. You had a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, there's not.
Are you the sole owner of the business?
I am not.
You are not. Did you list the other members on the application?
I believe the appropriate folks from our corporate office are on there as well. We're a publicly traded company.
Okay.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes, there is.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
Absolutely.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
What is limited
Do you have a
separation?
bar inside of your establishment?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
What is First Watch? Is this,
It is a breakfast, brunch, and lunch concept restaurant.
okay, and how many employees will you have?
Serving alcohol or just in general?
Just general.
In each location, approximately like 25, 30.
Okay. And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Yes, we do.
And what's that policy state?
If you order alcohol, we check your ID.
What happens if a
After
minor does get served?
If a minor does somehow get served, it's a case-by-case basis. If it's blatant, it's just going to be termination. If it's some sort of misunderstanding or really good fake or something like that, then we'll do proper documentation, disciplinary action.
Okay. Any further questions from the board?
The 86th Street store's already open, right?
Yep, they've, both locations have been open for right about 10 years.
Oh, wow. All right. Any further questions?
Training for employees now that y'all serving alcohol, what does that look like?
We're going to do the state training, and then we also have an in-house program that it's a corporate program for all the restaurants. It might differ state by state, but it'll be something that all employees will be required to do, managers as well.
So there's no permit there at this time?
There
right?
is no permit, no.
Okay. No further questions. I'll accept a motion.
Are we doing both of these
We're
together?
going to do one at a time.
One at a time.
We'll just keep him there.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, now calling RR 493-8745 First Watch Restaurants LLC, doing business as First Watch Store, number 115, 143 North Illinois Street.
So we don't have to go through all this again, but is everything the same from what you just testified?
Yep, everything is identical.
All right.
Yep.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Do I need to get information from the thing?
Calling RR 493-8750 Los Patios Mexican Restaurant 3 LLC, doing business as Los Patios Mexican Restaurant, 3383 Suite A, Kentucky Avenue.
They did not have a sign posted,
Okay.
so they'll be continued.
No sign. All right. Calling RR 493 38751 CRG Holdings LLC.
Morning.
Morning.
Sir, do you have any
John
paperwork with
Rush.
you?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any paperwork with you?
These are permits we got at the auction. We don't even have locations for them yet.
So even with location pending, you'll still need to submit the tax clearance form.
But there's no locations.
It's a tax clearance form for the owner. So I can give you that form, and we can reschedule you, continue you to August. So you'll need one of these completed, stamped and approved for each location.
Okay. So do this
For each
for the
permit.
corporation.
Yes, sir.
The LLC, not for the locations that we want to have.
Correct. Okay, and we'll see you August 1st.
Okay. Calling RR 493-8759 Los Arroyos de Indiana LLC.
Good morning again. This is one also that we have one for location pending and one for an actual location. Here's for New York Street.
Okay. So we've got a new, and then a transfer.
Correct.
Okay. So
Both with the same name?
Yes, both under Los Arroyos de Indiana. Just don't know where the next one's gonna go. But we do know that on New York Street, we should be open pretty soon.
So we'll do the location pending first and then do.
Okay. So good morning, and for the record, Alex Intermill. I've got Leon Nicholson with me. He is the manager of Los Arroyos. There is an existing location up in Carmel, 116th and Spring Mill Road. Been there for several years now. Leon's got a long history in alcohol, and we can talk about more of that when we get to the New York Street one. But again, this is just an auction permit. They're opening their second location, hopefully, on New York Street soon, and then thought that there may be an opportunity for yet a third location at some time in the future, and so that's why they picked up the second permit that's location pending that's before you now.
This is not their first alcoholic beverage license?
It is not.
How many do you have?
Well, one here, there's 3 in California.
But there's one here?
Just
How long
one.
have you had the license in Indiana?
Almost 6 years now.
How many violations do you have?
To my knowledge, there's only 2 that are on the record.
Yeah, we just dealt with those, Leon and I, and this happened right when he came over to the company. We were up in front of the Hamilton County Board last summer, early fall, to explain what happened. It was, a carding issue, and I think there was maybe an employee permit issue as well. Both have been resolved. Leon has tightened up the policies and retrained folks, and so don't anticipate any more issues at that location or any other location. But it's a 0 tolerance, and 1 strike and they're out.
What are your hours of operation?
So for the one in Carmel or for the one that we're going to be?
Right here.
Okay. So 11 to 12 on Friday and Saturday, and then 11 to 11 Sunday through Thursday.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
All right. Also calling,
I don't see the second one.
It's, yeah.
also
It's
calling
on
RR
transfer.
493-8979, Los Arroyos de Indiana, doing business as Los Arroyos Indy, address 137 East New York Street.
Thank you again, and as we were talking, this is Los Arroyos, similar to what they have up in Carmel, and it's been there for about 6 years. I gave you just a summary of the 2 owners, Tony Arroyo and his brother, the executive chef. Tony gets out here quite a bit, actually, which is great, and if he's at the restaurant and you have a chance to talk to him, he's a super interesting guy. But as Leon mentioned, he started in the restaurant business out in California, and then a couple of the owners here in Indiana convinced him to come out and start a restaurant here. So this will be the second location. I've provided kind of a summary. It's not the full menu, but so you can kind of get an idea of what the menu looks like. It's very fresh, farm to table when they can get it, fresh seafood, kind of that California twist on Mexican fare. As Leon mentioned, the hours already. They card everybody, 0 tolerance. Everyone will be trained. They are written policies, and this is not their first permit in Indiana.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. Any questions from the board?
So this location, when do you plan to open this location?
We are scheduled to be open in November.
In November, okay.
Pending any supply issues.
And then will this location have limited separation?
Yes, it will.
That's all I have.
Okay. With no further questions, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just crossed out the wrong.
Calling DL 493-2826, Giant Eagle Inc., doing business as Giant Eagle Inc.
That's me again. I have the tax clearances. I can bring them up when I come up for my next one if you want.
Okay.
I can just stay here.
Sure.
This is also location pending. Giant Eagle has approximately 54, 55 permits throughout the state. You may recall that, and they're now branded as the Get Go. stations that took over. They bought Rickers several years ago and rebranded it to Get Go. So that's what this is. Again, had the opportunity to pick up another convenience store, grocery store permit for Marion County. They don't have a location yet, but when they do, we will put in for the transfer of location, post the sign, get all the forms, and come back and tell you more about what they do and how they do it.
So we're just approving the paperwork at this point. They'll be back in front of us as soon as they have a location. Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve in a
Second.
second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Calling RR 493-8761 Plaza Entertainment LLC, doing business as Plaza Entertainment.
Morning, members of the board.
Morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Molly Connor. This is my colleague, Mark Shoeblack. We're here as counsel on behalf of Plaza Entertainment LLC. We're here for a new permit with a location pending.
Could you speak up a
Yeah.
little louder?
We're here for a new permit location pending, and we're happy to answer Ms. Howard's questions before we
So this
give
is a new permit?
Yes, with a location
Okay.
pending.
Well, go ahead, Ms. Howard.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
We prepared the application on behalf of Plaza Entertainment, yes.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, thank you.
Are you the sole owner of the business?
Yes, Plaza Entertainment will be.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search at any time without a warrant?
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
Yes, minors will be served and there will be limited separation.
Okay.
Could you tell us, what is this going to be a restaurant? What are we looking at?
Yes, so this is, this new permit is for Plaza Entertainment LLC, which will be a 3-story entertainment complex on the northeast corner of the Gainbridge Fieldhouse Plaza, connected to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse Plaza, slated to open, there's no building yet, but it'll be slated to open January 1, 2024.
Okay, okay.
So you have a location.
It has a location but no address at this time.
Okay.
So we'll be back to you for a transfer of location where we'll have our operating plan and procedures and a finalized floor plan at that time.
Okay. Do you have an idea of when they plan to open?
January 1, 2024.
Okay, you said that, yeah.
Well, they're gonna have to come back in front of us as soon as the building's ready. And at that point, who are the owners?
It'll be Plaza Entertainment
Plaza
LLC,
Entertainment?
but it'll be, it's to be managed by Cunningham Restaurant Group.
Okay, all right. All right, well, they'll be back in front of us when they have their address. Does the board have any further questions? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second?
And a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Good
Thank you,
luck.
members of
Thank
the
you.
Thank you.
Yep. Calling RR 493-8763 La Mexican Restaurant and Taqueria LLC, doing business as La Mexicana Authentic Food, 7862 Michigan Road.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning, Greg Genrich. With me is Elizabeth Juarez, who's the owner of the restaurant. She's held other permits in the past. This is the restaurant she had sold on contract, got it back, and then went to auction to apply for a 3-way license. So you own there, what, 3 years?
3 years now.
You've had your license for 3 years?
Yes.
Yes.
And how many violations do you have?
None.
None? Do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Yes, sir.
What's the policy state?
0 tolerance.
Zero tolerance?
Yes.
Okay. So you had put this out on a contract, and now this license is back in your ownership, or under your
Yeah.
guidance?
She had a beer wine that she transferred to the other person. They come back, so it's the beer wine under MQ right now, but she went to auction to get a three-way, which will go into effect in hopefully in the middle of July.
Okay.
So you were selling it under contract
Got it back.
and got it back?
Yeah.
And then-
You're going to own and manage it yourself?
Yes, I am.
Nothing is changing as far as floor plan,
Right.
operation, everything stays the same?
Correct.
Okay. I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8764, Iozos HG LLC, doing business as Iozos HG, 915 Iozos HG, 915 South Meridian Street.
They've requested a continuance.
Good month, try again.
Calling RR 493-8769, Indianapolis Keystone LLC, doing business as Doc B's Restaurant and Bar, 8702 Keystone Crossing.
Morning. With me is C.B. Gersh, who's the COO for Fresh Beef. Doc Bees. First Indiana license.
The first license?
Yeah, but
Okay.
ninth location for system-wide.
Okay. All right. Ms. Howard, you ready?
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone prepared it for us.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
We did.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, they were.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
Not at this time.
Are you the sole owner of the business?
No, ma'am.
Did you list the other members on the application?
Yes, we did.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or a school?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the excise officer may enter and inspect your establishment at any time without a warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
Not at this time.
Are you applying for limited separation?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And sir, do you have a policy for checking IDs?
We do, a
What-
written policy.
A written policy? What does it state?
It states that anyone appears to be under 40 is ID checked.
What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
On an automatic termination.
Automatic termination?
Yes.
And what is Doc B's Restaurant? If we come in there, what do we get?
It's American cuisine, everything from fresh burgers to ribs to fresh fish, scratch kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to ask for your operation, hours of operation.
Hours of operation are 11 to 10, Sunday through Thursday. Or sorry, 11 to 10, 11 to 9, Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday.
Where did the name come from?
It's named after our owner's father who passed away 10 years ago.
And you're going into the food court at,
It's where North Face used to be.
Yes.
Oh,
Right next
okay.
to
Apple Store.
okay. So you'll have an exterior entrance then?
Correct. And in interior, both,
Okay.
interior and exterior.
What's the capacity?
I don't have that number offhand, but it's probably somewhere around 250, I would say.
Something that close to, yes.
How many employees?
We'll have somewhere between 50 to 55 employees.
It's big.
All right. And with no further questions, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second?
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Calling RR 493-8770, CLW Holdings LLC, doing business as 416 Wabash, address 416 East Wabash Street.
Thank you.
Sir, are you here to remonstrate?
Support.
Support. Okay.
You can have a seat up here,
You can
sir,
have
if
a
you'd
seat.
like.
You think he's going to need it?
Well,
Good morning again, Alex Intermel for the record, and I have with me Chris Wodock. He is the majority owner and also the manager of 416 Wabash. We hope we don't need additional support, but we do appreciate the support we get. And the reason is, some of you may recall the location before, make that very clear. Chris was owner and running, the thing was a club industry, and it had, I'm sure, Mr. Carter behind us, Lieutenant Carter will remember very well, but this is different. And Chris has been in there running 416 Wabash for about the last 6 years.
6 years, yep.
But had not had an alcohol permit, was using catered events. The alcohol permit came up at the auction, so saw it as an opportunity to bring that in-house, have more control over alcohol service, not have to go through the catering. But this is his first permit, so maybe we should run through those first, and then we can talk a little bit more about what Chris does at 416.
He's had the business, he just hasn't had a licensed alcohol business.
Correct, not his own.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone prepared it for me.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes, I did.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No.
Are you the only owner of the business?
No.
Did you list the other members on the application?
Yes.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or a school?
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter and inspect any time without a warrant?
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No.
Thank you.
And sir, do you have a policy for checking IDs?
We do.
What's your policy state?
We card anybody at the door. We card them all.
Great.
No age limit.
So this is at the door?
At the door.
All right. And then the transaction for the alcohol, how does that take place?
At the bar.
Somebody comes in, they're checked, then they go on in, they approach the bar.
Correct.
And will there be a check at the bar as well?
Yeah, so we also have them, if in doubt, check again, just to make sure. If they have a question, ask them.
And what would happen if one of your employees did serve a minor?
I would say it'd probably be a case-by-case basis, but if it was blatant, they would be terminated.
And your hours of operation?
Generally speaking, Sunday through Thursday, since we're an event space, the hours are flexible, but we close at 11 on Sunday through Thursday and 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
What about, so you've owned it for how long?
We've been there for 6 years.
Okay. So what does security look like for like live entertainment and all of that?
So it depends. So we have a policy in place after talking with the neighborhood that we don't do ticket sale events at the door, only pre-sale. So every event has security. There's at least 2 security guards outside. Generally speaking, we have, depends how big the event is.
What are they checking for? I'm just
IDs, we check bags, we just make sure everybody is.
like weapons and stuff?
Weapons, absolutely.
Okay.
We have a
wand.
A wand.
Okay.
So it's a restaurant permit, but you're requesting to be designated as a catering hall, correct?
No,
No?
not yet. He'll have a kitchen, he'll have food available.
Correct.
Yeah.
Almost every event we do is catered anyway by an outside caterer with food. So the requirements for food are met for every event.
So you have a bar area. Is it you have full separation then?
It's only 21 and over.
The whole space is
Everything's
21 and over.
Everything is 21 over.
Okay.
Everything's 21 plus. And so, and Chris alluded to this, but in leading up to this morning, we sent out the notice letters, obviously. He's been very active, over the years anyway with the neighborhood associations, but you met with 3 or 4 different, 3 I think?
Yeah, so we met with all the homeowners associations. A lot of people didn't even know we were open, which I thought was a good sign that we weren't.
Probably, yeah.
But we met with all of them, and I offered to host regular quarterly neighborhood events, just to show some goodwill in the neighborhood that we're not like what it used to be. We don't do we're only
we average about 5 events a month. So it's not every Friday and Saturday night, or we do a lot of fundraisers, so.
So the HOAs and the neighborhood associations, what about the property owners, like all the apartments that are around there? Have you talked to those folks?
That's who we talk to, correct.
Like the Mill House and what are the other ones?
I don't know about Mill House, but
Okay.
the Hudson, David is in the Hudson. Clevelander, Firehouse Square.
Yeah.
And the Packard. We didn't speak with the Clevelander, they were okay, but we spoke with all the rest of them.
And then
Met in the event space.
360's right there also.
Which one?
Market 360.
Market 360 is kind of southeast of us.
Yeah.
They look down at us.
Yeah. I stay in that building. So
Oh, dude.
that's all I got.
With no further questions, I'll accept the motion.
Well, sir, would you like to say something?
We do have a agreement that I signed with, that I prepared. And we would like to introduce the record. We're very comfortable with the issuance of the license. Mr. Wodak has met with us. Sorry, David Kingan, and my residence is 355 East Ohio Street, condo 307. We're very comfortable with Chris and the professional way that he has given a tour to myself and other members of the Board of Directors of the Hudson. This agreement that you have before you is simply an agreement that he has executed with myself. It is not representative of the board, but I think the board is very comfortable, and the other organizations are also. I believe he has a letter of support from the Cole Noble Neighborhood Association. So again, we find the activity that has occurred over the last 6 months be done in a very professional manner, and we are very confident that Chris will continue in that fashion. Glad to answer any questions you might have.
Did you want a copy?
We have it.
Okay. I don't have any questions. Does the board?
No.
Nope. Okay. I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Calling RR 493-8771, CRG Holdings LLC. Location pending. CRG Holdings.
I think that's.
That was the one that was here earlier that didn't have the paperwork.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's the second location.
Calling RR 493-8772, Hotel Tango Whiskey Inc., doing business as Hotel Tango Fletcher Place, 702 Virginia Avenue.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have any paperwork with you?
No.
Well, that's probably we're gonna have to call you next month. You should have an application. You have a new permit?
I submitted. I didn't realize I never got it back. I never got anything back from
In Marion County, there are additional forms that have to be filled out and submitted to zoning and to the Department of Revenue, along with a notice to your neighbors. Did you send out a mailing notice to your neighbors?
I did not.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this packet. It explains what you need to do.
Is this something that's sent out, or?
No, this is in addition to the normal application for the commission. This is what Marion County requires. So you're gonna be continued to August 1st. I'll give you my card. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Okay?
Just out of curiosity, where would I have found this information? Or I've had lots of permits, but I've never seen this.
It's online.
It's online?
It is.
All right, thank you.
All right. Calling RR 493-8774, Mark Gore Inc., doing business as KG's Pub, location pending.
Good morning.
The business is done.
Oh, these new permits, yeah. Had a big auction in the last couple months.
Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Mark Gore, with Mark Gore Inc. Mark's a veteran bar owner, entrepreneur. Basically, he's opened, what, 50 bars in the last? 41. 41.
41 bars, and how long?
Since about 73 or 4.
Great.
One
So,
violation.
The auction, and one violation in all that time?
Mhm.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yep.
So the auction came up and you just wanted another one?
Got to do it one more time.
One more rat. All right. All right. Location's pending, so you'll be back in front of us. Do you have any idea of where you're going to place this?
Not right now. I've hired a commercial company to help me find the locations, but we don't have it yet.
Okay.
So typically what you do is you'll buy a business, buy a permit, get it up and running, and then you sell it, correct?
That's correct.
How long do you typically hold?
It
the
could be before I open the doors, and it could be maybe a year.
And then once they're open, how long do you typically
Stay engaged.
stay engaged with it before you sell it?
It varies, yeah.
We offer some training to people that if they need it.
Oh, how
Yeah,
long?
yes.
Do I stay with them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anywhere from, it depends, if they got experience and how they pick up on it. But it goes from 2 weeks to 2 months. But you usually keep going back if they call you because they're sold on a contract. So you have like a little marriage with them or relationship. So if they need your help, you want to go back because you want to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
So, but normally within 2 or 3 weeks, you can tell if they're going to pick up on it or their weak spots or their good spots, and you definitely can tell within a year or so if they're going to be able to pay the contract off.
So you hold the license until the contract is paid off, and then they come in front of us for a transfer?
No, we do a transfer,
Okay.
yeah. But most taverns are sold, about 88% of small businesses are sold on a contract.
So do you have any open and operating right now that are in your name?
I do not.
Okay.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
All righty, thank you very much.
Calling RR 493-8775 Biscuits Cafe Corporation, doing business as Biscuits Cafe, 1035 Broad Ripple Avenue.
He was here in April for beer wine. I've got a power, can I present him?
Sure. Yeah, as long as you have power of attorney. And this is a two-way going to a three-way?
Yes. Greg Genrich with Bradford and Riley on behalf of Biscuits Cafe. It's been an establishment in Broad Ripple, same location since the 2005. It's had a beer wine license since 2006.
Any violations?
Yeah. One violation.
What was it?
Severe minor.
What happened in that case?
Person was let go.
They were let go?
Yeah.
Is that part of their policy?
Yeah.
Any questions from the board? Two-way going to three-way?
Nothing else is changing?
No.
All right, hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8776 Star Group Investments LLC, doing business as Star Group Investments LLC. Address location pending.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to continue with that? Okay, sure. Okay, so we're going to continue this one for the tax clearance, but they have a second application on the agenda, and that was Jay's, right?
Is it under,
It's in the transfers.
it's on the transfers?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Oh, Jay's Bar and Entertainment?
Yep. Calling RR 493-8704 Jay's Bar and Entertainment, Inc., doing address 4861 Southeastern Avenue.
Yes.
Thanks.
My name is Terry with Landis and Landis, and I have here Arminder Singh.
Yeah, that's right.
And also
Maninder
Singh. Thank you. And they do own other permits.
How many permits do you guys have?
We have, including these, we have 4.
4?
Yeah.
And, how long is your longest license? How long have you held it?
Pretty much close to 2 years now.
How many violations do you have on your license?
0.
0?
Yep.
Okay. And we...
Are they all restaurant permits or?
It's a bar and grill.
The other permits, are they all restaurant permits or bar permits?
We just have one in operating right now. The other one is in location pending.
Okay.
And this one is a bar as well.
And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
We do.
What's the policy state?
Anywhere, like anybody under 40, we have to check ID.
What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
Termination.
How many employees will you have at Jay's Bar and Entertainment?
Right now, we have 5, but we're still hiring. And, I mean, hopefully we'll have up to 12.
12. And what is the capacity?
Close to 100. Yep.
Any further questions? All right, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8777, Fox Road 210, owner LLC, address location pending.
Oh, they've requested continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8778, the Jolliffe Buka LLC, doing business as the Jolliffe of Buka, 6824 Cordova Drive.
This one's also requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8780, GP Developers LLC, address location pending.
And then there's one below it. They're both location pending, if you want to go and call
Oh,
them.
yep. And second, RR 493-8782, GP Developers LLC, also location pending.
Thank you.
Good morning. Alex Enterville for the record. GP Developers, the GP is Gershman Partners. Probably many of you are familiar with them. Working on some exciting projects now in Indianapolis, and so saw an opportunity to get these 2 permits. Anticipate being able to get them into use hopefully soon. Not sure where. You may have seen in the news they've got with City Mark the development downtown that'll be starting soon, but they've got a number of developments around, including Los Arroyos on New York Street is going into one of their spaces. So when we find a suitable tenant and opportunity, we'll be back before you with a live person other than me to explain what they want to do and how they want to do it.
No problem. Pretty straightforward. Any questions from the board?
And we're doing both of these?
Yeah, I was going to take care of them both. They got to come back in front of us once they get a location. Okay, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion to
Second.
approve and a second, and that is for both, both of the cases?
Yes.
RR 43870 and RR 43882.
Perfect.
Two.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8786, India Dining Group, Inc., LLC, address location pending.
Anyone here for India Dining Group? Okay. Show them
All right.
continued.
Cool. Calling RR 493-8797, Nankai K. Johal, LLC, doing business as Royal Indian Restaurant, 4530 South Port Road.
They've requested a
Drive.
continuance.
Yep. Calling RR 493-8798, Royal Palace, LLC, doing business as Incredible India, address 7525 East 96th Street.
Morning, how you doing?
Good morning.
Hey.
Do you have an application with you, sir?
I didn't bring anything because the notice doesn't show to bring any documentation.
Okay, we're going to have to
Maybe-
reschedule you?
Yeah,
I'll give you a packet.
but I feel that they should mention all the stuff that we should bring in. The notice, we
So-
should say show up on this day and this time.
So Marion County requires all 4 of these documents to be completed. One will go to zoning, you'll need approval from zoning. The other one will go to revenue. All the instructions are in there.
And those are only given to the agencies.
You have not given these to the ATC, no, this is a separate revenue form.
Okay.
It's required by Marion County. So those, but it's important to understand, those have to go to those 2 agencies, they will send you back approval, and it's the approved forms you need to bring with you next time.
It's the same thing, you go to Marion County Surveyor Office to that survey, have to have zoning stamp?
Yes, this will explain where to go and what you need to do on each one of those. You also need to send a notice to your neighbors, letting them know you've applied, and that, again, that explains how to get all of those addresses.
Got it.
There's my card if you have any questions, and we will see you August 1st.
All right, there's two, one is the location pending, the other one is,
So on the location pending, you'll need to get a tax clearance form for that also, just the tax clearance form. Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, calling RR 493-8811 Havana Sports Lounge LLC, doing business as Havana Sports Lounge, address 855 North High School Road, Suite 3 and 4.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, thank you.
All right, ma'am, could you identify yourself and your relationship to the business?
My name is Tashana Nash. I am the co-owner of Havana Sports Lounge.
And is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes, sir.
All right, Miss Howard.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone else prepare it for you?
I prepared it.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you the only owner of the business?
No, me and Sam Badness us.
Okay, did you list the other member on the application?
Yes, I did.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No.
Okay, thank you.
All right, ma'am. What's the Havana Sports Lounge?
So Havana Sports Lounge is for sports fanatics, mainly like catering to guys to come get out of your wife's living room, go watch it at a nice lounge. We're only going to operate from 11 to 11, unless it's like playoffs or we have a fight night, World Cup, whatever. If it's like the playoffs, the Olympics, those are only nights we may have a special event, but other than that, we'll just be 11 to 11.
TVs?
Oh, plenty of TVs.
Plenty of TVs and seating,
7, 8
food.
TVs, and I'm getting a projector.
Are you zoned for live entertainment?
No.
Nope. Okay. And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Yes, I'm hiring bartenders and security. So it's basically 21 and over.
Basically?
Yeah.
Or it is?
I mean,
Yeah.
it is, yeah. I mean, like, I would say if someone comes in with their child or something like that, that would be the only way if they wanted to sit down and have, because I have a small little kitchen. So if they just want to have with their son or something, but I have licensed bartenders that will not be serving, even the waitresses, the people will have to come to the bar to get their drink.
And what would happen if one of your employees did serve a minor?
I can afford a violation, so it has to be a zero tolerance policy. And in my training, I will go over that every day if I have to.
Good. And what about your capacity?
We can hold 112.
112.
Mhm.
When's it open?
Well, we thought we were going to open last time, but I fumbled the ball and said the wrong thing because I thought you meant present, and you said listed. So I had to come back today. So I still have to get my kitchen inspected.
Yeah.
So as soon as that happens, no later than August 1st.
And then how'd you come up with the name? How'd you come up with that name?
Sam has this in his mind forever, like just his dream or whatever, and it finally came to pass. I think it's something tropical or something because I'm getting confused with hookah lounge.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't
so.
do that.
No. I don't want any. No, everybody don't want to be around there.
Yeah. And then Sam is your son?
No, my husband.
The husband, I'm sorry. Okay.
Where is Sam? Why is he?
Well, he is currently undergoing surgery at this moment. So that's what I'm headed to as soon as we leave here.
So you'll need an inspection from me as well, not just health department, from me as well. And then when I come out, we'll talk more about what your options are as far as people under 21 being in there.
Okay.
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 Yep.
How many employees are you gonna have?
I'm probably gonna have maybe 4 if it's not even 4, basically 2 or 3. But if it's like an event night and hopefully business picks up, then we'll add more. But it does allow me to have, with the capacity, 4 to 6 employees.
Okay. Well, I'll accept the motion if there's no further questions.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you guys so much. And I was just so nervous last time.
And you have my contact information.
Yeah, I got another card. And so it is prepared. It's ready to.
Okay, so
should I call you right away?
call or send me an email and we'll get you scheduled.
Okay, y'all have a great day.
You too.
All right. Calling RR 493-8819 Weston Property Management LLC, doing business as Cinema, address 3898 Lafayette Road.
They've requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8821 Michelle Miller, address location pending.
They've requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8822 Weston Property Management LLC, doing business as Fabio Sports, 3695 Commercial Drive.
They've requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8824 College Plus LLC, address location pending.
So I'm actually a surrogate. Talk to Jeff McKean, this is one of his clients, and they have another permit on here as well that is RR 4938887, and they would like to be continued until August.
Let's make sure we get,
Well, okay, so I've got 2 College Plus with LLCs, but that's not the number.
Oh, he may have typed it in wrong.
Okay, so he wants the 2 College Plus
He
LLCs
does.
continued.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So the other one will be RR 4938829 College Plus, location pending. We'll show both those continued.
Okay. All right. Calling RR 493-8890 HJLIV LLC, address location pending.
whoa. Well, I guess all the Westons are all gonna be.
So, yes, so RR 4938825 Weston Property Management LLC, Ciudad Deportiva, 5101 West 38th Street's requested continuance. RR 4938826 Western Property Management LLC, Trampoline Park at 3708 Commercial Drive's requested a continuance. And RR 4938827 Weston Community Management LLC, location pending, has requested a continuance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I missed all that.
So this is RR 4938890, right?
Yeah, HJLIV LLC.
Please, H.J. Lacey the fourth, which is what those letters all
Oh, well,
count
there
for.
you go. That makes more sense.
Location pending, he acquired license at auction, just looking at options. This is his first license.
It is your first license?
It is.
Ms. Howard has some questions.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
I had help with the application.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was
Yes.
prepared? Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
I do not.
Okay, are you the sole owner of the business?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or a school?
It's location pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know.
Okay. Do you understand that an excise officer may enter at any time without a warrant?
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
So you've bought the license at the auction, and then you're gonna search for a location, and when you find that location, you'll be back in front of the board?
Yes, I'm not ready.
Fair. Any questions from the board? All right. I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Great, thank you.
Good luck.
See you soon.
Calling RR 493-8892 Royal Palace LLC. Address location pending.
This one will be continued.
Calling RR 493-8893 Ethnic Foods Corp. Doing business as Aroma Indian Cuisine and Bar. Address location pending.
Frank Henrik with Bradford and Riley. Rita was here last month for a application, so I was gonna use the power of attorney to get her through. Rita owns 2 other Aroma Indias. And also the former location, which was Smee's Place up at East Sixth and Ditch. No violations.
No violations?
She'll come back, which is the location for this one.
Okay. Nothing to it. All right, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Greg.
Great, thank you.
Calling RR 493-8968 Don Lemus. Doing business as Don Lemus. Address 507 South Sherman Drive.
Good morning. Morning.
Morning.
Esther Barber has been gracious to help us interpret for Mr. Lemus.
Oh, I wondered why you were here.
We'll be doing training for him later this month, so yes.
Okay, is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Esta es su primera licencia de alcohol en el estado de Indiana.
Okay, Ms. Howard has some questions.
La señora tiene
Okay,
preguntas para
just,
usted.
do you understand, or you're gonna have to interpret?
gonna interpret
Okay,
it for
all
him.
right. Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
¿Usted preparó la aplicación o alguien la preparó por usted?
El señor me ayudó a prepararla.
Hable fuerte.
Ok.
En español y yo lo voy a interpretar.
El señor que está aquí en la abogado me ayudó a preparar la aplicación.
Okay. He prepared the application for him.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Una vez que fue preparada la aplicación, ¿usted tuvo la oportunidad de revisarla?
Tuve una nieta que vino a ver la aplicación, ella me interpretó porque no hablo mucho inglés.
Okay, he had a granddaughter who was the interpreter for him, and it was an opportunity to review the application.
Okay, were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Todas las preguntas que estaban en la aplicación fueron contestadas de forma verdadera.
Sí.
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
¿Quiere usted agregar algo más a su aplicación en este momento?
No.
No.
Are you the sole owner of the business?
¿Es usted el único dueño de este negocio?
Mi esposa y yo.
His wife and him.
Okay, are the other owners listed on the application?
Su esposa
We only
como
listed-
dueña está enlistada en la aplicación.
No.
We not listed the wife, we will get her on the application. I wasn't aware that she was an owner, but I'll add that to the application.
So whose names are on the
Just her other-
corporation?
Just his name right now.
Is also on the corporation?
Yeah, well, I think so, yes. That's the one name.
Usted dice que su esposa y usted son los dueños.
Sí.
Pero en la aplicación solamente aparece usted.
Sí.
¿Usted le explicó al señor que su esposa también era la dueña?
No le expliqué a él que éramos
Okay,
dueños
I
de
asked
la
him a
corporación.
question. I said, you stated that your wife and you are the owners. Do you explain him that your wife also was an owner? And he says, no, he never told him about his
We
wife.
will add her to the application. My apologies to them.
Well, I mean, technically, we should continue it to let you amend
Okay.
the application first, if not because right now, as it stands, it's a false application. So we'll continue it, let you get that amended application in, and then we'll see you in August.
Sí, es que usted debió de haberle explicado al señor que su esposa también era dueña, para que lo pusiera en la aplicación. Debido a que no está completa la aplicación, se va a posponer esta audiencia para la aprobación de su licencia hasta el siguiente mes y tiene que contactarse con él para que se hagan las correcciones necesarias y ya la próxima semana, el próximo mes, usted pueda venir a la audiencia. I already explained him what is the process that he needs to do. Talk to him, put together the way they should be, and next month they will come back here. Both need to come.
Thank you, Esther.
You're close. You're close.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Calling RR 493-896, calling CH 493-0153, Ikaru LLC doing business as BV Events LLC, address 1125 Brookside Avenue, Suite 204.
They've requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8974, Lanchera La Furia LLC, doing business as Lanchera La Furia, 3712 Lafayette Road, Suite 105.
You got that one so wrong, he didn't even know it too. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Thank you.
37 Lafayette. 38.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
My name is Esther Barber, and this is Mr. Fernando Diaz. He is the owner of La Furia restaurant. They call it Loncheria, which is like a fast food restaurant. He, at this time, he got a two-way license for 3 years, no violations, and he obtained the three-way license during the auction.
Okay. So you've had a two-way license for 3 years, you have no violations. You went to the auction and you bought a three-way?
I will say for him. Le está preguntando si usted tiene por 3 años su licencia y no ha tenido violaciones y acaba de adquirir la de three-way.
Okay, is there, do you have a policy for checking IDs?
¿Tiene política para checar las IDs?
Sí, si no tienen ID, no le podemos vender.
Yes, if they don't have an ID, they don't sell none.
What happens if one of his employees does serve a minor?
¿Qué pasa si uno de sus empleados le vende a un menor de edad?
Le quitamos su trabajo.
They will be fired.
Okay. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none. Accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8976 AFG Greenwood LLC, doing business as Twin Peaks Restaurant, address location pending.
Morning.
With me is Ryan Gibson, General Manager of the Twin Peaks Restaurant. He was not here to be sworn in, so if you could swear him in.
All right. Go ahead and raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any answer you might give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Greg, what's happening?
Basically, Twin Peaks, AFG, Greenwood went to auction, acquired location pending in Indianapolis, Greenwood, and Avon. Looking to grow. This will be they have 2 locations, one in Castleton, which has been open for
Since 2014.
and then they've got one opening in Greenwood, probably in the fall sometime.
In Johnson County?
Yes.
How many violations do they have?
0.
0? What's your policy?
Well, we utilize hot schedules for one. We put all their liquor license expiration dates in there, and our hot schedules is directly linked to Aloha. So if an employee doesn't get us their liquor permit renewed in time, it boots them out of the system and makes them inactive, and they cannot clock into the system. We're also, as a company, rolling out WeScan, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with, which detects
legit IDs versus fake IDs. If there's a question, if someone comes in looking like they're not under 21 but has a 25-year-old ID, they can it goes right through, it says if it's legit or not. And we also follow a very strict, you must have a valid hard copy picture ID to purchase alcohol in any of our buildings. We don't accept paper IDs. I'm Serve Safe food and alcohol proctor, so I teach food safety and alcohol safety in our buildings as well.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, we have zero tolerance.
Good, you have a nice plan. You guys have any questions? Nothing from the board, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank
Keep
you.
it up.
Calling RR 493-8977, The Range NYC LLC, doing business as 5 Iron Golf, address 421 Pennsylvania Street.
They've requested a continuance.
We've done that one. Calling RR 498-38986, CRB Holdings LLC, doing business as Generations Bar and Grill, address 7628 Southeastern Avenue.
Should have been two. It was a back-to-back. CRB 1 Holdings.
So one's a new and one's a transfer.
Well, basically, at auction, CRB Holdings went to auction. We went to basically mirrored it, so CRB 1 will be the one holding the license.
Okay.
So we'll hear both of these?
Yes. Well,
It's on transfer at the top.
so go ahead and explain for the board what happened.
Basically, the commission allowed.
Let me call this one real quick. Also calling RR 493-8987, CRB Holdings 1 LLC, doing business as Generations Bar and Grill, address 7628 Southeastern Avenue.
The commission allowed us, the ownership was the same, to do a back-to-back auction transfer. So we filed two applications at once. So basically, you'd approve both, and it would end up in the entity that you wanted it into, which in this case was CRB 1. As long as the ownership was 100% the same, which it was, that's kind of what, so it's a back-to-back. There'll be a couple coming in. The Range also will be, in a few months, we'll have the same thing where it'd be a back-to-back transfer.
So this does have an address?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the same owners.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so what happened was when they went to bid at the auction, they used one name, but they wanted it to be in another name.
Oh.
So it's the same, basically it's the same
Just a
application and the change of
Yeah,
name.
it's
Yes.
kind of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Okay.
CRB Holdings, Portia Rhodes is the general manager. The second location, Indiana, this had a license since 2016 with the current owner. It's a type 209 license. Post-COVID, they were struggling with the food sales component of a 209. So we basically applied for a 210 to make sure they would stay in compliance. But Portia's saying the food sales are returning.
Yes, ever since I've been in charge. I've been there 10 years through this owner and the previous owner. We've tripled our sales in the last 2 years. So we've pretty much had a really good last 2 years. But, our food sales isn't where it's supposed to be, but it's growing. It's getting better. So I guess this covers
Yeah, they're still
us
committed to
to-
having a full-time kitchen. It's just that they weren't doing 100,000 in food sales.
It's been hard to get people to work, so finally I've got like 8 to 9 employees. They're all pretty much quarter-time or part-time. Finally got 2 cooks. The girls cook as well, mostly fryer foods or whatever they can handle, depending on how busy they are.
So there's a 209 in there now, but this is the 210.
Correct.
Right? And the transfer is the 210 from.
Correct. 209
so-
will be put in escrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably sold, but the key was to get them in compliance with state regulations, which was the food sales.
Okay.
Do you have a policy for checking IDs?
I do. We have a written policy. We have monthly meetings. It depends on the person. Most of the girls have bartended either there or somewhere else for 10-plus years, so they're pretty experienced. It depends on the person. I usually write them up, but if they blatantly serve somebody, I thought they could sneak them in or whatever it is, they're fired.
When you say usually, does that mean?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, one girl's been there 10 years. I think she had underserved someone 6 years ago or something, but she was reprimanded. I think she had to pay a fine.
There was one violation for serving a minor at this level.
Yeah, I think 6 years ago. She is still there, but she does know. She cards everyone now.
Good.
So I pretty much remind them all the time, this isn't your business. Don't screw somebody else's business off. You
Good.
Don't.
Very good.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion to approve and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
So that was the new one.
Oh, yeah, we got
So we need to vote on the transfer.
And voting on RR 4938987 CRB Holdings 1 LLC, address 7628 Southeastern Avenue.
I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second?
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Calling RR 4938988 D. Monique Bush, address location pending.
Requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 4938991 RNS Inc., address location pending.
They've requested a continuance.
Calling RR 4938993 Gateway Triangle Corp., address location pending.
Hi, Ryan Richardson with Gateway. Unfortunately, I was under understanding that tax clearance wasn't needed for this hearing as well. That is correct on this one?
Are you looking, let's see.
We're location pending
You'll still
going
need
into escrow.
you'll still need the revenue form,
Okay,
which I may be out of.
I'll make the trip.
Okay. I'll give you my card. Get in contact with me. I'll give you the correct form. I'm out of forms. We'll see you
Thank you.
August 1st.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Calling RR 4939006 Marco Guzman, doing business as Antojitos Guzman, address 3836 Georgetown Road.
And anyone here for Marco Guzman? Okay, there she is.
Oh.
Continuance for that one. For several reasons, they're not, they owe some money to the Indiana Department of Revenue.
No problem.
All right, we'll show
1
them.
month? Is that,
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
okay.
We'll show them continue to August 1st.
Okay, August 1st, thank you.
You're welcome.
Calling RR 4939007 Me Canton Mexican LLC, address 2541 West Washington Street.
Anyone here for Me Canton Mexican LLC?
All right.
Okay.
Calling RR 4939031 El Cardinal Mexican Restaurant LLC, doing business as El Cardinal Mexican Restaurant, address 2360 East Stop 11 Road.
What is it?
El Cardeno, 2360 East Stop 11.
They also had no sign posted. So I'll send them a letter.
Oh, but he's of course sign. Okay. Calling RR 4938535 Ratan de Agua Sports Bar and Grill, doing business as Ratan de Agua Sports Bar and Grill, address 4810 West 34th Street.
Morning.
Morning.
Nope, the top one's the one I need. But I'll take
So you can take your hat off for me.
Thank you.
My name is Erica Marino, and I'm going to be translating for my client.
Speak up.
Yes, my name is Erica Marino, and I am translating for my client today. I helped him with all the paperwork, translated everything, and he answered everything honestly on the application. I just really translated everything and helped him submit all the paperwork for the
So
licensing.
you're prepared?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm a preparer.
And then you'll also translate
Yes.
No problem. Is this his first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
¿Esta es tu primera licencia de licor en el estado de Indiana?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Howard will ask the
Yes.
questions.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
¿Usted preparó la aplicación usted solo o alguien le preparó la aplicación?
Alguien más con ayuda mía.
Okay, someone else with the help of
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Sí.
¿Pudiste revisar las preguntas y la aplicación después que se fue preparada?
Sí.
Yes.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Todas las respuestas que fueron respondidas en una manera honesta?
Sí.
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
¿Hay algo que usted quiere alegar en este tiempo?
No.
No.
Okay. Are you the only owner of the business?
¿Eres el único dueño del negocio?
No.
No.
Okay. Did you list the other members on the application?
¿Usted listó los otros dueños
Sí.
en la aplicación? Yes.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Hay a lo menos 200 pies de la distancia de una iglesia?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
¿Está de acuerdo que hay un oficial que puede entrar al negocio para investigar sin un warrant?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
¿Estás aplicando para los privilegios de carry-out?
No.
Are you applying for limited
Sorry. Yes, we did apply for carry-out privileges.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we did.
Are you applying for limited separation?
¿Estás aplicando para separación de la barra al restaurante adentro del negocio?
La barra con el negocio aparte. Sí.
Yes, we did apply for that.
Thank you.
Okay. So, this is a sports bar and grill?
¿Es un sports bar?
Sí.
Yep. And what are your hours of operation?
¿Qué son las horas de operación?
11 de la mañana a
11 a.m. to
12.
to 12 a.m.
And how many, what is the capacity? How big is the space?
¿Qué es la capacidad del negocio?
Dentro de 100 a 120 personas.
The capacity is from 100 to 120 people.
And how many employees will he have?
¿Cuántos empleados vas a tener?
6 a 8.
6 to 8. He's still including the two owners.
Okay. And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
¿Tienes una política para revisar las identificaciones?
Sí.
Yes.
What does the policy state?
¿Y qué incluye esa política? ¿Qué dice?
No, la política de nosotros es prácticamente pedir allí cualquier persona que se acerque a la barra.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one of the things that the policy states is that if anyone comes, walks towards the bar, his employees have to ask for identification, and then ¿qué más?
Y sí, preguntar, y prácticamente tenemos que cualquier menor que entre, vamos a poner una banda en la mano.
Okay. Okay. And any minor that enters the restaurant and bar has to wear a wristband that basically shows that they are underage, so that people don't get confused and mistake them for.
What would be the repercussion if one of his employees did serve a minor?
Okay. Si en caso uno de sus empleados fuera a servir alcohol a un menor, ¿qué pasaría?
No seguiría con nosotros. Ya nos
Se despediría.
se despediría, sí.
He would let them go from their position.
Is your client clear with the rules and responsibilities that come with having an alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. ¿Usted entiende todas las leyes, las responsabilidades que tiene usted vendiendo alcohol en el
Sí.
estado de Indiana?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you currently open?
¿Estás ahorita abierto?
No.
No.
When do you plan to open?
¿Cuándo quieres abrir?
Este mes, by the end of
By the end of the month.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
In a second, all those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
He will need an inspection when he's ready to open. I'll give you my card.
Okay.
Someone will need to contact me to
Okay.
schedule that inspection.
Calling RR 493-8462 Labadee House, doing business as Labadee House, address 2723 West Lane Road.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
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 Okay, may I have you go ahead and come back up, please?
Okay.
It's not an easy process.
I just feel. This is the third time.
Yeah. So this form, first of all, this form has to be notarized. And then once you get it notarized, it has to go to the address listed up here, which is what the instructions tell you to do. You also need to submit the revenue form, which isn't in here either. And then did you send a notice to your neighbors, a letter to all your neighbors? Did you do that?
Just the sign.
You have the sign posted,
Yeah.
but then, and then in addition to that, you have to send a notice to your neighbors, and you contact Denise Deggs at this address, and she will give you a list of names and addresses of people you have to send that notice to.
Okay.
Okay? So, did I give you my card last time?
Yeah, I called you, but no one's here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not in the office a lot, so if you leave me a voicemail, I will call you back. It may take a couple days, or you can email me. It's a better way to get a hold of me. But get in contact with me, and I will help you make sure that everything's set for August 1st, all right?
All right.
You're welcome.
You gonna get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna get it. All right. Calling RR 493-8343 Charlie Brown's Pancake and Steakhouse, Inc., address 3663 Kentucky Avenue.
So they had requested several continuances. They were working on getting their paperwork done. I have not heard from them in the past month. So I think we should probably vote on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be their fourth. All right, then I'll make a motion to deny based on their inability to attend the public meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second for denial. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is denied.
All right. Calling RR 493-8469 Andres Bar and Grill, doing business as Andres Bar and Grill, 8083 East 38th Street.
We did have remonstrators.
We have two now. This is John Odom. He's not been sworn in yet.
Okay. So I'll have you sit here. Do you have all your paperwork today? Patricia? Do you have all your paperwork? Okay, show me what you have.
You don't have any jury pictures to show me, do you?
Yeah, we gave you last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cover your eyes, Ms. Howard. Is this
My
Peters
dirty
as well?
pictures,
And-
my
Do
grandson.
you have the
Okay.
form they sent back to you?
She's 35. I like to remember her when she was like this.
Oh, I gotcha, okay. Yeah. And then, okay, hold on, go ahead and hold on to those. And then let me see your,
Because it was two of them. And, so that's not. There was this,
Okay. You have my card, right? I'll have you email me.
she said it's before memorials.
Okay, I'll have you email those to me, okay? You can go ahead and have a seat at the center table. The other remonstrators, you can go ahead and come and sit. Sign in on the form, and then I'm going to swear everyone in who was not sworn in at the beginning of the hearing. Lucretia, were you here at the beginning of the hearing?
No, I
Okay.
was the type person.
Yes. All right, go ahead and raise your right hand. Sir, you as well. Chris, raise your right hand. Do you each solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any answers you might give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? True. So this is an application for a new permit. So, you want to go ahead and start, Mr. President?
Yeah, ma'am, is this your first alcoholic
It is.
beverage license? All right, then Ms. Howard will run through some questions and then we'll get started.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Read it myself.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
I was working a lot, so yes and no. I read it, but then again, I was working, so I did read the majority of it.
But you completed it yourself?
I did complete myself.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
It was.
Okay. Is there anything that you wish to add at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you the sole owner of the business?
I am.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or a school?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit establishment without a warrant?
I am aware of that now.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No, ma'am.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're here to ask for a license, and then you have remonstrators. So what we'll do is we'll give you the floor, and you can explain to the board what your request is, and if the board has any questions, we'll direct those directly to you. Then we will turn it over to the remonstrators and give the remonstrators a chance to explain why they're against that permit issue. Then at the end, we'll come back to you. You can make any final statements, anything that you would like to say and be on record for, and then the board will take a vote. You have to answer our questions. You don't have to answer theirs. If we so choose, we may make their questions our questions. Fair?
Okay.
Great. All right. Please start with your name and your relationship to the business, and tell us what you'd like to do.
My name is Lucretia Andre, and I'm CEO of the business. I want the license for alcohol. I also have a restaurant in there also in the business.
You have what?
A restaurant.
A restaurant separate from this?
Well, it's in the same building.
It's in the same.
Yeah,
Two
okay.
separate businesses, though?
No, it's under
No.
one name.
Okay.
So you have a bar area and then you have a family dining area.
Mhm.
So you are applying for limited separation.
I guess it is, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, would you like to hear from the remonstrators?
Yes.
Okay. Gentlemen, we'll start with you.
Well, I'm Jim Kane with 38th and Franklin Road neighborhood, and I've gotten a lot of complaints about the business. I know that this is strictly for the alcoholic permit, and although there's been lots of noise complaints, you don't handle that. But there have been reports of lots of containers behind the building, beer and wine containers, lots of it. So it would appear that is going on in the building. And this is John Odom. He's directly behind the business.
John, tell us why you're here. Make sure the green light at the bottom of that is lit up.
It's lit. Well, I'm here. I'm John Odom. I live right behind where her business is, And the only concern I have is they keep up too much noise over there. I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep.
I got a leg cramp right here, right now. Ooh, buddy, that hurt. Oh, man. Oh, I apologize.
Well, I can't sleep. Sometimes they stay over there till 4 o'clock in the morning, but lately they hadn't been doing it, but it just get on my nerves.
How long's that been going on?
Since they've been there, a few months.
What was it like before that?
Sir?
What was it like before they got there? Was it quiet? Any issues with the former neighbor?
The last 2 people over there were quiet, but we've had some noisy neighbors over there. I've been complaining about the noise for 23 years.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to add? So she wants a license, and you're here to ask us not to issue that.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If we're talking about the noise, it's low-frequency noise. It's actually a technical term. It's the same type of noise you hear from a lot of the cars that have the boom box. It makes the neighbors, the pictures rattle inside their home. There are health concerns for it. It causes sleep deprivation. It can also cause high blood pressure, heart disease. There's actually studies about that. You can find it on the internet. And there have been promises that they're going to stop it. And like you said, they're going for a permit now, so it's lately hasn't been, but it went for months. There were lots of promises they were going to put insulation in there that would stop it, but it never occurred. I've also talked to the out-of-state owners about it, and the garbage that was behind the place, they got that taken care of. But these are people that, you know, we're a black and brown neighborhood, basically. And we do not get the same attention from the city and the state or some of the more affluent neighborhoods. That's why the liquor store there, even though Steve West came in and testified that there's a law against it, he wrote the law, they had connections, and they got the liquor store put in a few years ago. So,
But we can't, we're not talking about the liquor
okay,
store,
but
so we've
we
gotta stay with
deserve
what we're
the
talking about.
same rights and attention as the most rich, well-heeled person in the city.
Couldn't agree more.
With this business and the owners of this establishment, can you talk about the communication you've had with them?
John has communicated with them. I have not.
Okay, with this particular business?
Yes,
Okay.
you have, right?
Can you, okay, well, can you talk about the communication you've had with this business?
The noise. I understand everyone have a right to make a living, but I've had a couple of brain concussions, and noise makes my head hurt. They keep play the music too loud. It shakes my windows in my house. I went over there and asked them to turn it down. They'll turn it down for a while, and then they turn it right back up. Sometimes they're over there from 8 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Noise, same music, bam, bam, boom. So.
But you have communicated with her about
Yes, I went over and asked her would she turn the music down. She said she would. They turn it down, but they turn it right back up.
Sure. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to state?
No, other than I'm a probably 15 houses away, and at times I can even, we're in the 2-story, we can actually hear it. So not too often, but still.
Are y'all the 2 loudest neighbors, or is there more neighbors that feel the same way? Have they signed anything, or like?
Yes, it's other neighbors. They didn't want to come down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Okay. Then we can come to this side of the table, and you can decide who goes first.
Good morning. My name is William Carter. I represent Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. To my left is Detective Tiffany Maston, who also works out of my office. This location, I agree, has had a history. We're not going to talk about the history, obviously, of this location. I've been going to this location since 1999. I am very familiar. I do apologize for the attention that the neighborhood feels they have not been getting. As this board knows, I was here a year and a half ago, remonstrated on this location.
On the address, different business.
On the different business, on the same address. So we have been, doing our diligence. So I'm confused a little bit on when Miss Andre opened this location. There are some posts where it was operating as House of Soul and prior to Andre's Bar and Grill. So I'm not sure when she started operating it. In your packet, you'll see some flyers. It was posted on her Facebook page, and one of those referenced November 25th. Come out, relax, enjoy yourself tonight. Ladies free, men $10. And that was posted November 25th at 21. But then the next flyer you will see is Christmas Eve at 21. It's House of Soul, $10 cover. And so again, I'm not sure what her connection to is House of Soul. When I've spoken to her, she said she was not affiliated with them. So in connection with complaints, on February 8th, 2022, I received notification from Sergeant Jan Rhodes of the East District Detectives of 2 separate reports of firearms being stolen from the park lot at 8083 East 38th Street. I requested information about alcohol permits with Sergeant Anthony Miguel of the Indiana State Excise Police. Sergeant Miguel did provide catering permits for events at the location for January 8th, 9th, and the 14th, but found nothing issued for the location in February. I did a search of social media, found advertised events for February 10th, 2022 at the location titled "This is for the Blacker's Birthday Concert" to be held at the location. The event was posted by a tree leaper with another person, free shots, Casamigos all night. In response to that, I also located a flyer January 7th, 2022. It's F'd Up Fridays. I will let you see that flyer. It was at House of Soul Cafe, 8083 38th Street. January 14th, 2022, Slumber Slam Pillow Fight Night Boxing at House of Soul at Andre's Bar. January 22nd, Royal Rumble with a $4,000 Banana Challenge House at the South of House of Soul Andre's Bar. And those flyers that you'll see is in your packet. The last one is the 2 girls with the $4,000 Banana Challenge. I'll let the board use their imagination as to how you win the $4,000. I'm not really sure. As a result of that, February 10th, 2022 at 10 p.m., I instructed undercover officers to enter this facility in undercover capacity. Detectives were charged a $20 cover charge. One detective was allowed free because it was ladies' night, free ladies' night for February 10th. It was advertised. The advertisement is in the packet. So yeah, the flyer here was the event that we attended. The detectives ordered 2 shots of Remy Martin, 2 Heineken beers. They were charged $8 each for their Remy Martin, $5 each for the beer. While inside the locations, the officers observed 15 to 20 patrons consuming alcoholic beverages. Could smell the odor of burnt marijuana. Detective Allen asked for a shot of Patron and was advised they only serve hard liquor on the weekends. The detectives then exited the location. On May 6th, East District detectives instructed 2 undercover detectives to enter the facility, Andre's Bar and Grill, and attempt to purchase alcohol. The time was 5 p.m. Once inside, both officers sat at a table in the seating area, ordered from a server. One undercover detective purchased a glass of red wine from a bartender. Other undercover detective purchased a glass of Hennessy and a 12-ounce Modelo beer. The total amount spent on the 3 alcoholic beverages and 2 platters of food was $50, which included the tip to the server. This transaction was captured on surveillance video. We do have that video. The undercover officer's identity is revealed in the video, and the video shows Miss Andre serving those officers. June 1st, Detective Maston contacted Sergeant Anthony Miguel, again from the Indiana State Excise Police, to verify the location they obtained a permit to furnish alcohol. Sergeant Miguel stated location does not hold a liquor permit allowing the consuming, selling, giving away, bartering, or furnishing of alcoholic beverages on the premises. Again, on June 4th, undercover officers entered this facility at 8083 38th Street in an attempt to purchase alcohol. Undercover detective entered this facility at approximately 8 p.m., sat at the bar. Undercover detective ordered a Coors Light beer, water from the server. He paid $5 for the beer, $2 for the water, and paid an entry fee of $10. Undercover detective was given a receipt for $17. This transaction was captured on audio. It was audio recorded. Pursuant to the above mentioned stuff, a search warrant was applied for on June 4th, 2022. We entered the facility with a search warrant. Ms. Andre was at the location. She still fit the description. Who had served the undercover detective approximately 30 minutes prior. Pursuant to the search warrant, we confiscated 268 bottles of alcoholic beverages. $360 cash was held for forfeiture. As a result of that investigation, last Thursday, the Indiana Gaming Commission went to the location, met Ms. Andre, and confiscated gambling machines from inside the location. They are in the picture you will see, and I don't think she was cited anything. Pursuant to my search warrant, she was summoned, arrested for serving alcohol without a liquor license. There are further, April 26th, you'll see a flyer, buy one, get one cocktail hour. You bring the cup, you leave the drinks to us. That was advertised on her Facebook page. And then May 10th, there was an advertisement, Thursday night, Andre's Bar and Grill, open bar. There's boxing, May 27th. We executed the search warrant. There was a full boxing ring inside the location. I did explain to her that those events have to be licensed through the Boxing Commission. And then there was another flyer that was posted July 1st for coupons at Andre's Bar from her page. It talks about buy one, get one free, half price with free drink products. And the other one is Andre's Bar and Grill, live DJ, food, drinks, posted June 7th. This would have been 3 days after the search warrant was executed and she was summoned, arrested. We have an all booty on duty Twerk Fest coming up for July 9th at the location from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then what you'll see, the emails, is the correspondence between myself and Sergeant Miguel identifying there were no temporary alcohol permits for March, April, May. There were some issued again. They were issued January, so there was a known need for the temporary alcohol permits because they were obtained in January. The one video, the one picture was taken from another Facebook page from February. It shows Miss Andre sitting at the bar. And then the picture you're seeing is the alcohol that was confiscated and destroyed on site at the time of the search warrant. The location, again, the gambling machines were not plugged in, but she did not possess the required permit that's issued through Charity Gaming to possess those machines. They're what's called the Cherry Master machines that you see in some locations.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
I do not.
Miss Andre, you're gonna need to. Yeah.
Would you like to see these?
I do not need to see
Okay.
them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, first of all, I would never have the alcohol in the business if I would know within the 10 period of me having the permit. I thought I was able to sell the beer. I did not know that I was not able to sell the beer within the 10 period. That's the only reason why the beer was even in the building. Other than that, I would have waited till then. When the gentleman came in, I was nowhere near I was nowhere aware that he was able to come in. I didn't have a problem with it because I didn't have nothing to hide. If I had something to hide, you know what I'm saying, I would have been, you know what I'm saying, saying something to him. But I didn't know nothing about none of this. As far as me having my page, I share from other people's page. He made some of them pictures in there. Yeah, I had it on my line because, like I said, it was within the period of time of me thinking that I was able to sell.
But you didn't have a license.
Okay, that's what I was saying, sir. This is what I'm saying. Within them 10 period days of me coming in, I thought I was able to sell.
When did you begin to? When did you open?
I opened in January.
You opened in January?
I opened in January.
And then when did you begin serving alcohol?
Maybe like
January of what year?
This year?
Of
I
this year?
opened up the doors January this year.
Okay, 2022. And then when did you begin serving
So
alcohol?
when I had got the license, the actual yellow thing, and it's yellow orange. I think it's orange.
The orange sign?
Yeah, in the window, and it said within 10 period day of coming here, have it in your window, and that's what I said. I said I thought I was able to sell within the 10 period day prior coming here. Was able to sell beer.
But we're hearing that alcohol was also served.
The alcohol, I have the most biggest problem with my husband. most biggest portion. He's not even in with them because I'm the CEO, but he do not freaking listen to me no more. So I said I don't want no alcohol in the business, in the building. None. None at all. And so when I left, it came back, it was there.
Okay, so on May 2nd, did you receive a phone call from Excise Officer Ashley Tate? Did you talk to her on the telephone?
No, I talked to a gentleman on the telephone.
You never talked to an officer, a female officer from Excise?
No, I talked to a gentleman on the phone. The gentleman called me and asked me about Prestige beer, and I was like, I have no sorts about Prestige beer. He's like, you can come pick it up, and I was like, what Prestige beer am I picking up? He's like, you have a truckload of beer, and I was like, no, I don't even sell Prestige beer like that. This is American beer. This is American restaurant here, building. So I don't sell no cases, no loads of that right there at all.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
yeah. So first of all, when you're saying the gentleman that called you, that was the driver of the truck, right?
Who?
You're saying the driver of the truck called you and said your beer is here?
No, it was another person.
Another officer?
Yeah.
Okay. So according to Officer Tate's report, she says she talked to you on the phone, and it happened to be the same day as the May local board hearing. It was that afternoon. And that you had been here that morning, and when she asked you about coming to the local board, you had said to her, yes, referencing me, yes, I saw her this morning, and she said I needed to get her a paper. You don't remember that conversation?
No, everybody got all my information off the door, ma'am.
Okay, so you're saying that Officer Tate's lying in her report?
I'm
That
not
she didn't
saying
talk to you?
She said it was in her report, and she said it was in there. It was in there, I guess.
Okay.
But I have not talked to her, you know. I have talked to other, when I left from court from here, I talked to other people from here.
That afternoon?
That afternoon.
Okay, so it was a male officer called you then?
It was a male officer that I had talked to.
Okay. And
like I was explaining to him, all my information is on the door. Like all my information, phone number, my address, the business name, all that is on the door.
Okay, so then on a few days later, on May 9th, did you talk to Officer Strauss from Excise on the telephone?
Is that the gentleman? I don't know him by name, ma'am.
Okay, did you talk to another officer on May 9th from Excise?
I talked to another gentleman. I talked to the gentleman, yes.
And what was that conversation about?
And the conversation that he said was that to come pick up my beer, there was a truckload of beer, you know what I'm saying, I had a Prestige beer, and I was like, I don't have no Prestige beer.
So you never said to either officer, you never asked them why you weren't allowed to have the beer that you ordered? You didn't ask that question?
No, because I didn't have beer. I didn't place an order for no beer.
Okay. So
when the gentleman came in here, when he had came in there, it was literally 2 cases of Prestige beer. And that's because my husband went and got the beer. And I told him I didn't want the beer in there. I don't think I want to sell is Budweiser, Corona, the American legal, you know what I'm saying, that's in the beer.
Which you were selling at the time, correct? When you talked to Officer Strauss, the male officer, on May 9th, during that conversation, did you state that you've been open since late January or February, and that you typically you open up between 4 and 6 p.m.? He asked you if you were currently selling beer, and did you state yes? I sell like Corona, Heineken, Budweiser, and Bud Light.
No, I don't think I stated any of that.
You didn't say that, and then he asked.
I don't recall remembering stating any of that. No.
Okay. Well, I'm just reading the report, and then in his report he says he asked you if you were currently selling beer, and you said yes, I do.
Yes, because like I said, within of me having that paper, I thought I was able to. That's why I had mentioned that.
So you thought by applying without any approval that you could go ahead and begin selling and serving?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Other than that, I would never actually have the beer in it until I came here.
And then the truckload of Prestige beer that, according to the driver, was headed for your location, you're saying you have no knowledge, you didn't order that?
You look at my door, I have my phone number, my name, my personal phone number, my business name, the business phone number is on the door.
So then,
and the only reason why you see it on the door because when on the black one, it has like, so if you want to do any type of events, you'll see my name. my personal phone number.
So you're saying,
On my door, you would have the business name, business phone number.
so you're saying then the delivery truck driver had your business information and presented it to the officers, saying this is where I'm supposed to go, but he was lying, he wasn't supposed to bring it to you. And then when when IMPD did their search warrant and found Prestige Beer in your location, where did that Prestige Beer come from?
I just told you, my husband had bought it part earlier. It was at least 2 cases he bought earlier, and I told him I didn't want it in there, but he bought it in the building. Right before they had came in, he bought it in the building.
Where did he get it from?
I don't know where he got it from, ma'am. That I do not know. I was not with him when he got that.
Where did the other beer come from?
What other beer?
The other beer that was in the bar when they did their search warrant.
The Heineken stuff? Mm-hmm. I got it.
Where did you get it?
From a liquor store.
Do you understand that as a permit premise that you would not be allowed to purchase alcohol from another permit
Now,
premise?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to go through a wholesaler.
I do know now.
When you bought this business from whomever you bought it from, did you not know that in order to have the type of business that you were attempting to own and open, that you were going to sell alcohol and you had to have a license? You had no idea.
No, ma'am, I had no idea. Other than that, ma'am, I would never have the alcohol in there. I would have waited until I came to see y'all. I literally would have waited. Just like when she had came into the business, when she had came in, it was no alcohol in there. When the game people came in there, it was no alcohol. I would literally have waited. As far as the game being in there, you know what I'm saying, it's been in there unplugged for a long time.
But you had them in your bar?
Yes, that was in the bar. That was in the bar, you know what I'm saying, because I was really going to get a license for it. And it was in there, but it wasn't working. And I told my husband they need to take him out of there. And he's like, he would take him out of there. But when they had came in there, they took him out for me.
Well, they asked if you would voluntarily surrender them because they're illegal, and you agreed to do that.
Yes, because I didn't need them. I've been trying to get them out the building. So you volunteer, you know what I'm saying, come and take it. You got a thing for it, take it out for me.
But yet it's another thing in addition to the alcohol that you need a permit for, that you didn't get a permit for at first. You didn't look into whether or not you needed a permit for them. You just went ahead and allowed them to be in your business.
The machines?
Yes.
And the alcohol. I mean, that's the part I'm seeing is there's a, you find yourself in a situation where you've done something wrong, and the answer is always, well, I didn't know, but now I know. Well, where's that line start and stop? I mean, what would be too much? We've got gaming, we've got alcohol.
It was too much, you know what I'm saying? After, you know what I'm saying? If I have known, you know what I'm saying, to hurry up and lift up the machines and take them out, I would have did it myself. But with the alcohol, I've been asking questions when I first got them. I got bit answers here and there, and I could never even, you know what I'm saying, talk to anybody, you know what I'm saying, get answers.
I gave you my contact information. You never contacted me.
Listen to me.
No, you listen to us. You're not running this hearing. We're running this hearing, and you keep interrupting me, especially.
I'm sorry. You
keep saying you hadn't had anybody that would contact you back and give you answers. You never once contacted me, and I contacted you multiple times.
This is before you, though. This is what I'm saying. This is before I had any came here and actually even conversation. This is before.
What was your relationship to the business prior to January?
Relationship is what for?
To this location, this establishment. What was your relationship to that location before January? Because you said you took operation in January, right?
Mm-hmm. It was House of Soul Cafe there first.
Right.
They had a restaurant there, and he had the business there.
Who's he? What's your relationship?
No relationship. No relationship at all with the person.
Because even in this, I see you.
No relationship with House of Soul Cafe.
Hold on. Because even in here, I see that you was promoting the House of Soul stuff on your social media.
Okay, let me say this. House of Soul Cafe was in that building.
Yeah.
When it was in that building, I had came in after the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
I was
As an owner?
Huh?
As an owner?
Of House of Soul Cafe?
Yeah.
No. The House of Soul Cafe was in.
So my only question is, what's your relationship to that?
No relationship at all with them.
So what made you start promoting that stuff on your page?
This is what I'm trying to get to you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
How about sir, not sweetheart?
I'm sorry. Sorry. Within that business, House of Soap was in there. I was getting the name switched over from House of Soap Cafe. So when I was in the building, that was the name still underneath there, as far as a restaurant and everything else. So everything was transitioned over. So when you see House of Soap Cafe, when I had promoters come in, that's what the name was still on the building, House of Soap Cafe. And I told them that's not who I am.
Have you had conversations with either of these gentlemen about noise
This gentleman right
complaints?
here, I have. The other gentleman, I have not.
Okay, so he's expressed to you the issues with the noise that the neighbors are having?
The gentleman right here in the brown, yes, he had came in once before, and I told him I would turn down the music, and I have turned down the music for him. And every time I have any type of event there, I try not to make loud noises over there. And as far as being trash out there in the back, there's no trash outside in the back.
So as a business owner, you told your husband, don't bring alcohol in here.
No.
And then he did.
Yes.
Does he work for you? I mean, is he part owner or?
No, he's not part owner.
But he apparently he has some say at what goes on there.
Is he listed on Andres Bar and Grill LLC on the Secretary of State's
it's
paperwork?
Me. It's all me.
Ernst isn't listed anywhere.
It's all me, sweet.
Excuse me.
You gotta stop, man.
I'm sorry, but I'm just very upset, and this is.
Well, that's fine.
You can
There's
be
a way.
upset, but you need to address this appropriately.
I'm sorry.
We're addressing you appropriately.
I'm sorry.
So if we were to issue this permit to you, what confidence do we have that your husband can't bring in the games and the alcohol? And I know it's frustrating to you. You don't know how frustrating it is to me to sit here and listen to it. I don't think you do.
I really do. I really do.
You've been running an illegal business here.
I really do understand. And
It's hard for me to fathom that you bought a business. You bought this business from the cafe, knowing that you wanted to serve alcohol or what have you, and you had no knowledge that you had to have a liquor license. That, I mean, I don't know, maybe because I've been doing this for so long. I can't imagine what went on while you owned this, that you didn't know you had to have a liquor license until you got caught selling liquor.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I literally thought that I was able to sell it within that 10-period line of coming here. Legitimately, that's exactly what, my honest God truth, that exactly what I thought. And if I have known that I wasn't, it would never been in there. I would have waited to came here.
But you don't control that. You told him not to bring it in. He brought it in. You don't have any control.
He's not there no more. He's not.
He was there the day I came into the inspection last week.
He was there because I asked him to go there. Asked him to do something for me, to fix something in there for me.
So after IMPD conducted the search warrant, and you were issued the summons, have you still been open and operating once after that happened? Are you still open?
I'm open for my restaurant, yes,
For your
ma'am.
restaurant?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you allowed people to bring alcohol into the
No.
restaurant?
No. I tell them, you don't understand, there's no alcohol in the building at all.
So how late have you been open since? Are you still up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, I'm not.
So when I went in there to do the inspection, there was one beer. I found one beer. There was no other alcohol found, but I also found mixers in the coolers. The trash was cleaned up, I'll say that. I did see the 2 gaming machines. And your husband was there. Your husband asked the question if he could have people bring alcohol into the establishment, and made a reference to the fact that that's what you'd been doing since IMPD had come in. That instead of providing it, you're allowing people to come in, and you had the mixers were there in order to help offer setups for people.
No, ma'am. I have not been operating alcohol at all. And the mixtures, they've been there since they came in the first time.
Okay. Well, we've had, do you have, the remonstrators have something else?
I just can, I mean, did you, if you feel comfortable, ask the 8th, 9th, and 14th of January, did you pull those, did you get those catering permits through Round Table?
The who?
The catering permits that were issued to your facility through the Round Table on January 8th, January 9th, January 14th?
Catering?
Yes.
I had did some events when House of Soul was there. I have did some events there with House of Soul. So when I had from the Round Table, I did get permits because I did do events there. Now, if he had alcohol there in the business, I have no idea. But I cover myself.
When Mr. Luster asked you what your relationship was with House of Soul, you said nothing, but now you're catering at House of Soul?
Okay.
Just nothing?
I did business there, far as, you know what I'm saying, coming in there, you know what I'm saying? I did a couple events there.
Well, that would have been the answer when he asked the
well, okay,
question.
maybe I didn't
You had a
understand.
business relationship with the previous owner.
I didn't understand what you were saying, so I'm sorry.
This was after January. You took ownership in January.
Yes.
Okay, so in January 14th, for example, that was your business.
January 14, yes.
Okay, so did you get the catering permits?
I did get a catering permit, but when I got a catering permit from her, you know what I'm saying, I do believe this was like, when I was with House of Soul Cafe, I do believe when I had one. And I think I had one after that before then. I'm not even for sure.
So why did you get the catering permits in January?
Because I didn't have no license there.
So you didn't have a license?
I didn't have no license there, and House of Soul name was still there.
So you didn't have a license, so you knew that you needed to get a catering permit in order to serve alcohol?
I knew from previously to get one. But like I was explaining before, when I got the yellow one the orange paper for myself, under my name, my business name, I knew, you know, so I didn't know, I ain't gonna say I knew, I understand I didn't know that for, you know what I'm saying, within the 10 day of having it, I was able to sell beer underneath my name. I covered it because it was his business.
Well, not in January it was your business.
All
So
of
you
this
got
is,
you got a catering license then, and then even because you knew you needed a license.
For his business.
No, it was your business in January. You
In
said
my
that.
January, my business, it was still under his name. His name.
Well, you said you took ownership in January.
I took ownership in January.
You said that.
Correctly, I
So
did.
moving forward, when you say, "Well, I didn't know," you got those catering licenses because you did know.
For his business, I knew of.
yourself.
Okay.
For his business, I knew of. Because he told me that I need to have, you know what I'm saying, some type of permit in there for it.
Oh, he told you that?
He told me that.
Okay.
But you
That he
didn't
had
come
some from
before us
business.
until last month.
Huh?
You came before us last month to get a permit. From January to June?
Yes, ma'am, I
You
did.
didn't know?
No, ma'am.
But he told you. You just said he told
Under
you.
his name, business name. Under his business name, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna go to one of these and I'm gonna turn it over to them because this is a bit much for me. January the 14th, you own the business. You advertised a pillow fight night with bottle specials. That means liquor, doesn't mean beer. So you were selling alcohol, people were coming in getting shots, and we have the evidence of everything. The people that have liquor license come in with this type of report. You don't have a liquor license. You don't even have one. And at the rate, you may not get one, but you were advertising liquor under your ownership. I'm not saying under your name, under your ownership, your own words. You owned the business in January. This advertisement is January the 14th. Now, I haven't gone back any further. I'm just focusing on this particular one, which had bottle specials. I could go back and the women were free, free drinks for women. It goes from December, it just flows right into your ownership.
Okay.
This is not good.
Take your last few minutes here and explain to us why you should have a license in this city.
I have a promoter. Well, I don't have a promoter, but the promoter that you see with all the beer bottle specials and the F whatever it is, he promotes them business. So when he come in, he do them business.
But it's your business. You don't know anything about
Who hired him? Who hired him?
He came in and asked if he could do something there.
You just thought, well, why not? Sure. I'm not going to qualify this person at all. He walked in and he wants to do it here, I'm going to let him. That was your thought process?
He came in and asked me, saying, could he do something there? And I said, yes, you can do something there.
That was it. All right. Well, Miss Andre, I appreciate your time today. To the remonstrators, thank you for taking time out. Same for our friends from law enforcement. Thank you for your testimony today. Are there any further questions from the board? Hearing none, I'm going to make a motion to deny this request. Ms. Andre, I think character matters more than anything else when we deal with these licenses, but I'm going to use Indiana Code 127.1. The applicant does not maintain a high and fine reputation and is not of good moral character and repute in the community in which he or she resides. I've come to that based on the conversation we've had here today. And with that, we've had one motion to deny. There's a second. So we have a motion and a second for denial. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. You're denied, ma'am.
So you've been denied. Would you like to know what's going to happen next?
Use my restaurant. Just the restaurant there.
I'm sorry?
Just the restaurant, just the food.
Well, that's fine, or I can explain to you what your options are if you'd like.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can go ahead and have a seat then. A little more respect would be nice. So you've been denied by the local board today. Your application will go to the state commission, and they will hear this. They will hear all of the testimony from today. They will make a decision on the 19th of the month. They may agree with our decision and deny your application. They may decide to overturn our decision and approve it, or they may remand it back to us for further investigation. Whatever decision they make, you will be contacted, and you will have the option to appeal if you wish to do so. Do you have any other questions for me? All right, thank you.
Okay.
So I need, I've got your reason.
Yeah, my reason, Ms. Howard, what was your reason for denial?
All of the above.
High and fine reputation?
Yeah,
So-
and the community,
Doesn't, no need for the service?
yeah, right.
Mine is, I think it's section 121, high and fine reputation.
Reputation and character
Is
is
it
my
section
main
121?
one.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Can I ask you, should we be attending the state?
No, so they will just review the testimony from today, and you will also be notified of their decision.
All right.
Transfer, moving on to transfer permits.
All right.
Carter? Do we get it? Escorts out.
I think it'll be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
All right. Calling DL 490-5058. Colon Brothers, Inc., doing business at Speedway Liquor. Address 5041 East 16th Street.
Oh, I'm sorry. They've requested a continuance.
Okay. Calling DL 493-2899, Singh Brothers Oil, Inc., address location pending.
They also requested a continuance.
Okay. Calling RR 493-8969, GPX LLC, doing business as Whiskey and Rhythm, address 2536 South Meridian.
Good morning. No, afternoon. Good afternoon.
I know, I keep extending my parking.
Thank you.
I keep extending the parking.
Good afternoon.
Make this easy for us.
Yes. Greg Genrick with Bradford and Riley. With me is Felicia Lawrence. She's the new owner of Whiskey and Rhythm. This is formerly Big Daddy's on South Meridian, right there across by the Parkway. Behringer's on the one side and they're on the other side, on the west side of the street.
Great.
First license in Indiana.
First license? Ms.
Yes.
Howard has some questions for you.
Boy. Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone prepared it for me.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes,
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
yes,
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
no,
Are you the sole owner of the business?
yes,
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or a school?
yes,
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter and search at any time without a warrant?
yes,
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
yes,
Are you applying for limited separation?
yes,
Thank you.
Ma'am, do you have a policy for checking IDs?
yes.
What's that
Everyone
policy?
Yes, everyone gets checked at the door.
What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
Immediate termination,
Immediate termination? And what is the capacity of Whiskey and Rhythm?
225.
And how many employees will you have?
Right now, less than 20, so hoping things
Pick up.
pick up, yeah.
You clear with the rules and responsibilities that come with having a license in the state?
Yes.
Anything unique about the concept at all, or?
There'll be whiskey and there'll be rhythm.
Okay.
So we're hoping that music will be a part of what's happening there.
So live music.
Yes, at some point.
I would like to ask, have you communicated with your neighbors or met with the neighborhood association or anything? Because you say music, you heard from our last that the music was loud, the gentleman couldn't sleep at night and all of that. So with music, there's going to be some noise. Have you made yourself familiar with your community that you're going to be having your...
So we're not aware that there's like an HOA or anything of that sort, but of course, with this liquor license, that going out, that would have been the first initial communication.
Okay. That's a good thing, you know, to be, for them to know you.
I agree.
And your character and what have you.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
And a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And when do you plan to open? I'm sorry.
It's open
It's
now.
open now?
Because we
Under
transferred.
management agreement.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8971, El Corcel Mexican Cuisine 3 LLC, address 3107 Lafayette Road.
We get down to the end.
We're good now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Marino Acosta. He is the owner of El Corcel. He got another 2 licenses. One, the oldest one is El Corcel Uno in
On 3360
3360
West Morris Street.
West Morrison Street.
How long has he
They've
had
been
that
for
license?
5 years.
5 years?
No violation.
No violation?
They got a new one in Greenwood, and this one has already a 2-way license. He just opened up, no lo negó, but he was able to obtain a 3-way license.
Great. Anything different about this? You've had a license for 5 years, you have no violations, the same policies?
The same
What
policies.
happens if one of your employees serves a minor?
I said, like fire. I have no other option.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Is it table service? Okay. Limited separation?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a bar?
Mhm.
Okay.
You went to do the final inspection not long ago. It was, what, September, October? Somewhere over there.
I was there in September.
It was,
I don't remember hearing
I can't remember exactly, but it's a new license. He got, not long ago, he opened the restaurant in that location.
This is a new license?
It's a
Transfer, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's a two-way license already in place.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
So he's applying now for three-way license.
That makes sense, thank you.
With no further questions, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to
I'll
approve.
second.
And second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
I don't think we ever had 3 pages. Wait a minute, was that it?
No.
Oh, okay. Calling RR 493-8989, D Monique Holdings LLC, address location pending. I think that was it.
That was a continuance.
Yep. Calling RR 493-8992, Indy Supermart Inc., address location pending.
They've requested a continuance.
Calling RR 493-8994, Sauce Holding LLC, address location pending. Sauce Holding. All right. Calling RR 493-2612, La Margarita Fountain Square Inc., doing business as La Margarita Fountain Square, address 1043 Virginia Avenue, Suite 1A.
John's also here for Massive LLC.
That one's next. So Massive LLC will actually have to be continued because it was advertised incorrectly. So we won't get to hear that one today. So I get that one back. I think it had an incorrect address on it. Can't remember what the problem was.
On the
Yes,
Okay.
on the advertisement.
Okay.
Is this the first license?
No. La Margarita Restaurant, Fountain Square. Basically, he was here about a year ago to move a license over in Brookside Parkway. So they basically decided to move that one to La Margarita, and they will handle next month Massive LLC, which is the new concept. But
So this is an existing restaurant?
yeah, just changing from a 210 to a 209.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you had your license?
We have this one. It's been probably purchased. At least 10 years, over 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
And how many violations do you have?
None in this location.
None? And what's your policy on checking IDs?
We card everyone at bar and table, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any further questions from the board? No new permit, no violations. All right, with that, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck. See you next month.
Calling, I said,
Oh, yeah, you don't have to code.
calling, just so called.
Yes, most have continued.
Calling RR 493-9005, Massive LLC, doing business as.
Or just.
Yeah, this was continued because it was advertised incorrectly.
Okay. Calling CH 493-0144, Moeller Enterprises LLC, doing business as The Sanctuary on Penn, address 701 North Pennsylvania Street.
This is hard.
I think I may know the answer to this already.
Okay.
But, I think that I did the posting and the letters, but the tax clearance form and the zoning, I thought it was with the application. Am I misunderstanding that? Is there
No, that's a separate, yes,
Okay.
that's something you have to do separately.
Gotcha. I will get that.
All right, that explains everything that you need to do. Did you send out, and you sent out your letters to your neighbors already?
I did, but I'll resend it.
Okay, so you'll make sure that you bring a list of names and addresses with you, and a copy of the letter that you
Perfect.
sent, copy of the affidavit for posting the sign, and then zoning and tax in there.
So I get that separate one for that.
Yeah.
And then, since it's a transfer from the old owners to the new ones, do either one of them need to be here too? I do have the power of attorney.
If you have power of attorney, you can represent them.
Okay.
But we prefer to have the new owners here when possible.
Okay, I'll see you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
We'll show you, continue to August 1st.
Wonderful, I'll see you then.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Calling RR 493-8443 Singh Brothers Oil, Inc. Address, location pending.
This one is actually going to be withdrawn,
Okay.
and then they'll reply.
All right. Calling RR 493-8553 Sushi Makai LLC, doing business as Toro Tex-Mex. Address 5164 North College Avenue.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you was just this last.
Let's see what you have.
I see the other ones.
No, I don't have, you need to, do you have your zoning or your your revenue form? Do you have your zoning form? Did I give you a packet like this last month? Okay. Did you complete this form?
Yes.
Did you get it notarized and sent to this address?
Yes.
Did they send you a form back?
No.
Okay, so you need to contact them because they have to send you an approved form back. And then the same thing with the revenue form. It'll look like this.
I see it by myself, but they never give me paperwork back.
Yeah, so the zoning, or the tax form will look like this. You'll send that to them. It's 2 pages.
Message from Southwest.
They'll stamp it approved and they'll sign it down here. So I need that, and I need the zoning form, which will look like this. We have to have both those forms before we can hear you, okay?
But I have to send it by mail.
Keep checking.
Did you already send your notice to your neighbors?
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yeah, okay. Give me these ones.
Okay, so you don't have to redo that.
Okay.
You do not have to redo that. Note that we didn't have any remonstrators today, so hang on to all of that and bring that back with you next month, okay? I'll give this to you again, so this is what you're missing. You're missing number 3 and number 4.
Is that a lot?
Yes, they will send you an approved form back once you send it to them. We have to have that. I have to have what they've approved. They're gonna approve it and send it to you, okay? To August 1st.
I have to wait just for the papers.
Yes, yes. We can't hear you until we have those clearances from the city. So unfortunately, you'll have to come back in August.
I'd like to see you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's a very long day for you.
Yeah.
If you have any, did I give you my card last time? Here, if you have questions between now and then, give me a call and I'll help you get through the forms, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Renewal with violation, but clearly.
All right. Calling RR 4919004 Uno of Indiana, Inc., doing business as Uno Chicago Grill. Address 4740 East Southport Road.
Their renewal without their renewal with violation, so I will send them a letter, let them know they need to appear, continue them to next month.
All right.
I make a motion to approve the automatic renewals. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there any further business for this board? Hearing none, seeing none, I make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
So moved.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is over.